Yo, what's good, man? Welcome back, man. It's the beginning of the year, man. Welcome to Fatpacks Lounge. This your boy FatPack, man. Look, I'm sitting up here practicing my COVID, man. I got my mask on. It's crazy. Hey, man, welcome to the show, man. I got a lot ready lined up for you. We're gonna talk about Betty Wright. We're gonna talk about John Madden. We're gonna talk about Dan Reeves. We're gonna talk about COVID. We're gonna talk about Dr. Dre, Scottie Pippen. We're gonna talk about Megan Good, Nene Leakes, Kodak Black, and a lot more. We got sports and all that. So sit back and get ready for the show. Here we go. All day and all day. My main focus is getting money. I'm getting money. I'm getting money. I'm getting money. I'm getting money. All night and all day. My main focus is getting money. I'm getting money. I'm getting money. I'm getting money. I'm getting money. Yes. Welcome to Fatpacks Lounge. This is the first episode, season 1 of Fatpacks Lounge. I'd like to thank you all for joining me tonight. Welcome, man. I want to say, hope everybody had a good New Year's and had a good Christmas. I had fun, so I hope everybody else had fun. But like I say, welcome to the world premiere show. Like I say, I got a lot of content I'm gonna talk about today, so I ain't gonna waste no time, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. Let's get it. Here we go. Yeah. I should have been fucking with this music shit. Shit, rough ass. It's FatPack. So yeah, like I say, welcome. It's the season premiere of Fatpacks Lounge. Tonight, let's get it. So, we got to get the party started right, man. Hey, when you watch this show, I want y'all to grab a drink. You know what I'm saying? Sit back, pour you a drink, and watch the show. So, the end of 2021 ended on a bad note, man. As you can see, I got Betty Wright up there in the corner. Betty White. Betty White passed away in the midst of the Christmas and New Year's vacation time. Betty White, she was known for the Golden Girls and the Mary Tyler show. She passed away on December the 31st, 3 weeks before she turned 100 years old, man. It's a sad story. She didn't have no kids, but she did have 3 kids that she took care of from a third marriage. Her first marriage, she left her husband because he wanted to focus on the family, and she wanted to focus on her career. So, she got 3 kids that she take care of. That's from a previous situation with her third husband. People were saying that they thought she had passed away because she had just got a booster shot, but her friends confirmed that that wasn't true. That wasn't the situation. She passed of natural causes. So we just want to say rest in peace to Betty Wright. Like I say, it's crazy we get connected to these people because we grew up watching the Golden Girls, and that was a show that we watched a lot, or we seen a lot on TV. So being her passing, and I would have never known she was 100 years old. I mean, 99 years old. Like, That was crazy, man. I seen her in some movies where she was doing some comedic skits. I can't call none off the top of my head, but she was, yeah, you would have never thought that Betty White was 99 years old. But yeah, some of the stuff she was on the Golden Girls, of course. She made an appearance on the Love Boat. She was on the $25,000 Pyramid. I used to watch that show when I was a kid. Also, she made a couple of occasions. She made a couple of pop-ups on the soap opera scene with The Bold and the Beautiful and Days of Our Lives. And also, she was on The Simpsons numerous times as Betty White herself. So rest in peace to Betty White, man. Yeah. I should have been fucking with this music shit, man. Shit, rough ass. So we had to deal with another death, unfortunately, the end of this year. Big legend, man, in the sports world, John Madden. And if you grew up, if you was a kid, man, you pretty much young boys pretty much knew about John Madden. A lot of fights started over John Madden, the game. A lot of people, friendships probably got tarnished because of John Madden. To me, it was always a competition type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like camaraderie with the fellas. Like, for me, it was just, playing the game. But I seen other people speaking out about it, and it was kind of crazy because some of these people was like, yo, that's how I learned football. And that's how I learned about how football came about. So John Madden played a big, big impact on a lot of kids' lives, man. And, he unfortunately he passed away. John Madden, he died on December the 28th, 2022. He leaves 2 sons and a wife. John Madden, he never really got a chance to play in the NFL. He was drafted in the 21st round by the Philadelphia Eagles, but in his first training camp, he hurt his knee and he wasn't able to play no more. So in 1960, he became an assistant coach at Allen Hancock College in Santa Maria, but then he was promoted to head coach in 62. And little did they probably know the legend that they were building at that time, because in 67, Al Davis hired him as the linebacker coach for the Oakland Raiders. And 2 years later, the coach of the Raiders at the time ended up leaving for Buffalo, and he resigned, and Al Davis hired John Madden. And John Madden went to like 4 AFC championships. I think he only won one of them, and that was the one where he went to the Super Bowl, because in 77 he did win the Super Bowl. I think it was 78. In 78, Stingley, the receiver from New England, was playing the Raiders, and Jack Tatum hit him and injured him really bad, and that was in 78, and I think that had a lot. They said it had a lot to do with they felt like that was one of the reasons why John Madden walked away from the game, because he felt like the game was getting too brutal, and they say that had a big impact on him. So the next year in 79, after the Stingley incident, he started his career in broadcasting with CBS. In 1981, Madden was promoted and teamed up with Pat Summerall, who ended up being a dynamic duo. They ended up doing 8 Super Bowls together, and that was a dynamic duo for a long time. In 1984, John Robinson, the head coach from USC, a close friend of John, suggested that he come up with a team called the All Madden team, and that was a huge success. Also, like Lawrence Taylor was quoted as saying that, to be a good player, it was okay, but to be on the Madden team, that was special. So Madden, even though he wasn't coaching a lot of people, he made a lot of people play hard, and people always wanted his gratification, and they always wanted his approval. So people was always trying to impress this guy, and he wasn't even really their coach. Everybody knew about the Madden cruiser. John Madden didn't like to fly, So wherever he traveled, he went around in his Madden cruiser, which was kind of cool. I think that's kind of cool. Like, long as I don't have to drive, I'm all about it. I always said when I got older, I was gonna rent me an RV and travel the world. And then in 1988, John Madden football launched. In 88, people probably don't remember when it first came out, it was called John Madden football. It wasn't officially Madden until 94. And like I say, Madden caused a lot of fights. A lot of people aren't friends anymore because of Madden. It's a sad case, man. Madden had a big impact on a lot of people's lives, man, and it's a sad situation. Like I say, he got 2 sons and a wife that he leaves behind, and I wish the Madden family nothing but the best. And we'll be back with the next story. Here we go. Yeah. I should have been fucking with this music shit, man. Shit, rough ass. It's FatPack. Welcome back to Fatpacks Lounge. Next story, man. I'm gonna talk about Dan Reeves, man. Dan Reeves was a good coach to me. I like Dan Reeves. I liked him because Dan Reeves was one of the. Okay, so Dan Reeves, he started out as a running back for the Cowboys. I didn't know that till I did my research. But Dan Reeves was a running back for the Cowboys back in the day, and he actually won the Super Bowl with the Cowboys. But Dan Reeves passed away due to complications from dementia. He leaves 3 kids and a wife. Dan Reeves was very successful. He reached 4 Super Bowls, but he lost them all. He never won a Super Bowl as a coach. Dan Reeves, the reason why Dan Reeves is one of my favorite coaches is because he coached Michael Vick. And he also traded up for Michael Vick. Dan Reeves is the only coach to ever trade up for 2 number 1 picks. That was John Elway and Michael Vick. Dan Reeves was a good coach, man. I'm here in Atlanta, so I heard a lot of chatter about Dan Reeves this week. He passed away, like I say, because of issues with dementia. We wish the Reeves family nothing but the best and hope them a speedy recovery as they go through this situation. We're going to take a quick little break. I'll be right back. Here we go. Yeah. I should have been fucking with this music shit, man. Shit, rough ass. It's FatPack. Welcome back. Man, so y'all seen I messed up and still had my mask on when the show started. COVID is taking over. It's impacting a lot of people right now. We got this new Omicron. I call it the Omarion, but we got the new Omicron variant that's floating around. Delta still floating around. They issuing booster shots out like left and right. Everybody who's vaccinated, you're gonna be getting a booster shot for the rest of your life. Just be ready. I'm just saying. But COVID, U.S. reports over 1 million cases daily at this time, man. Like, it's that bad. Like, you have anybody rode by these clinics and seen how crowded they are? Like, these urgent cares. Like, right now, so many people are scared of COVID right now. Like, anybody, boy, you sneeze, you going to get checked. Like, what's going on? But yeah, everybody's nervous. Walmart and Kroger raised prices on the home test, though. I don't understand. Like, they know more people need it now, so I guess it's like price gouging. They trying to get paid. But Walmart and Kroger raised the test kits prices. A lot of games being canceled in sports, man. In the NFL, NBA, hockey, teams are playing with a lot of replacement players. A lot of games getting canceled. some of these players that's playing in the NBA right now I've never heard of, but like I said, if you're going through a lot with your team and you got to put your guys in the protocol, somebody's got to play. So it's like a lot of replacement players are showing up right now in the NBA. Man, if it was up to me, man, I feel like they just need to go back to the bubble. I liked that when they was in the bubble, it was kind of weird. They need to lock down the world, man. It's time to lock down and let everybody quarantine at home, man. But you know, the reason why I feel like they won't do that is because now they know people gonna try to take advantage of the loans and stuff. And also, if they shut down, they gotta have enough food to supply the world. And right now, without the shutdown, it's not even enough food floating around. Like you go to Walmart, you go to the grocery stores, and stuff is always missing. I don't understand. Like right now, the world is in a shortage. Freaking Wingstop ain't even Wingstop no more. It's Thigh Stop. So I don't know what's going on, man. We facing a shortage in this world, man, and COVID has is playing a big part in that right now. Yeah, man. So everybody be safe, man. Just wear your mask and mask up, man. And if you got the vaccination, you know what I'm saying, good for you. But still, you be safe too, man. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little 2-minute break, and I'll be right back after these commercials.
Don't take your love from me, girl. Say bring it right back, bring it right back. Say bring it right back, say bring it right back. Say I know it's been changes and things ain't the same. I don't want them other chicks, I just want you to be my main. Say bring it right back, bring it right back. Say bring it right back, say bring it right back. It's amazing how things can change over time. My girl left me alone, now I'm about to lose my mind. I thought that I'd be fine and just ride, but the grass ain't always greener on the other side. I've been constantly thinking about the nights to remember, staying up till the sunrise up. Do you remember how we used to cuddle up under the covers? We was just the best of friends, but we made love like some lovers. Attract attention like no other. My good thing is gone, now I'm realizing that I love her. Lights, camera, action, the shows didn't never mean much. I was a dog looking for a bone. Now it's hard on this road, you won't pick up the phone. I admit it, I was wrong, you had to leave me alone. Let's get this thing right and handle this girl. I'm trying to bring my love back and continue to give you the world. Don't take your love from me, girl. Say bring it right back, bring it right back. Say bring it right back, say bring it right back. Say I know it's been changes and things ain't the same. I don't want them other chicks, I just want you to be my main. Say bring it right back, bring it right back. Say bring it right back, say bring it right.
Welcome back to Fatpacks Lounge. This is your boy FatPack coming to you live from the ATL. Let me get rid of this first, man. Before I talk about Dr. Dre, man, I need everybody's help, man. I need y'all to chime in on the Fatpacks Lounge pages, man. I'm trying to switch. I'm not a fan of Tuesday night, so I'm trying to switch my nights up. So if you can help me out and it's a poll on my pages, man. You can click the poll, and it'll bring you this little thing you see up here in the corner up there. And click one of those nights, man. Give me some input. I'm trying to give everybody a chance to help me out. I always appreciate input, man. Also, like, subscribe, follow. All the links to Fatpacks Lounge is right here. I got the YouTube page, the Facebook page, the Instagram, Twitter, and also the the link tree that gives you all the links to that. So if you go to any of the pages, any of the websites, it'll take you to the link tree. You can click on the link tree and you can find anything Fatpacks Lounge. Let me see, man. Hope everybody's having a good New Year's. I'm happy to be back. I didn't do a show last week, and it actually kind of drive me crazy, but I'm happy I'm back tonight, and I'm ready to give y'all some good content. So without further ado, let's go ahead and move on to the next story.
it's that FatPack, man. I'm just doing
I should have been fucking with this music
trying to
shit,
sit back and maintain.
Shit, rough
I'm just doing my thing. Sitting back, man, just trying to maintain. It's that FatPack, man. I'm just doing my thing. Trying to sit back and maintain.
Welcome back. Let's get it. So, Dr. Dre has been married for 24 years to Nicole Young. They got 2 kids, Truist and Truly. They have finally reached a massive divorce settlement for $100 million. $100 million. Dr. Dre is forking over a fifth of his fortune and half of his liquid assets. His wife Nicole had to move out on December the 31st, 2021, but she got to keep the Rolls Royce, the Range Rover, a Escalade, a limo, and a Spider motorcycle. This ends an 18-month battle. Dre had a prenup in 1996, but attorney Samantha Spector argued that the validity of prenup, saying Young signed under duress. Dr. Dre worth $458.2 million. That's a lot of money. So his wife, it's crazy. Like she had it was going across the social media outlets that she was being evicted at the end of the year. But she did get to keep a Rolls Royce, a Range Rover, Escalade, a limo, and a Spider motorcycle. Dr. Dre, Beats by Dre was bought out in 2014 for $3 billion. So somebody got over on that money, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't the one to brag. So yeah, congratulations to her, but I wish them the best. I mean, it's a lot of money Dr. Dre just had to pimp out, had to kick out, man. That's a lot of money. But I wish them the best, man. I hope they figure out they settle their differences and all that. Yeah. I should have been fucking with this music shit. Shit, rough ass. Woohoo! Welcome back. This guy, man. One of my favorite players of all time in basketball, man, was Scottie Pippen, man. I love this dude, man. Yeah, I don't know. Back in the day, I used to be against Jordan. I don't know why. I guess it was just the kid in me. So I used to always swear that Scottie Pippen was just the man. You know what I'm saying? But lately, ever since the documentary came out with Jordan, Pippen been a little salty, man. Pippen been going around. He been involved in a lot of controversy. This latest controversy comes up with his ex-wife Larsa. Supposedly, Scottie Pippen. And another thing though, after the documentary came out, Pippen released the book Unguarded, and I don't know if this is like a publicity stunt that Pippen got going on, but he been doing a lot of weird stuff, and I don't know what's going on, but this situation, not too much really weird. The Last Dance was the name of that documentary, by the way, that Jordan was in or whatever. But his ex-wife, Larsa Pippen, was dating Malik Beasley, a former basketball player. And, they were seen all over the internet together walking around. And that was how the world found out about this situation. And after that took place, Malik Beasley ended up having to go to jail. Something about pointing guns at family members or something like that. And Beasley had to go to jail. He was sentenced to 120 days in jail, which is 4 months, correct? he didn't. He ended up getting out early, but when he went to jail, Pippen stepped to Larsa and was like, "Yo, why you keep dating these losers?" And like people making a big deal about it. Like, I mean, like I say, it ain't as bad as like Pippen been doing some other weird stuff. Like, of course, he called he came out and he said Michael Jordan was selfish. He didn't like the way he was portrayed in The Last Dance, which Pippen did come off as kind of weird in The Last Dance, but yeah, it was kind of portrayed weird. But maybe that was how Pippen was. So I don't know. He thought maybe that they was gonna cover it up or whatever and not tell him exactly how he really was. But ever since then, like I say, Pippen has been salty and. Yeah, he's mad. He called Phil Jackson a racist. I don't know how true that could be. I don't think Phil Jackson is racist, but I don't know Phil Jackson, so I don't know what the situation is with that. But yeah, I mean, him calling Malik Beasley a loser, like, what do you expect him to say about the guy that his ex-wife is dating? Like, you expect him to say he's a nice guy? Like, I'm not mad at him for saying that. I mean, I don't care probably, but I mean, the man's still in his feelings apparently, and yeah, I guess with the way the situation became public between Larsa and Beasley, Pippen feeling some way, and then Beasley was with somebody else at the time. Who was he with? I'm not even sure. I can't remember her name, but Beasley was in a relationship. He was actually married, I believe it was, and as soon as those pictures surfaced of him and Larsa, his wife filed for a divorce. So I mean, I ain't mad at Pippen for calling this man a loser. He probably is a loser. Like, you in the NBA and you pulling guns on family members. I mean, I don't understand that. But either way, Pippen was married to Larsa in '97. They filed for divorce in 2018. They got 4 kids in the marriage, and I hope the situation don't get ugly. But anything dealing with Scottie Pippen now has been ugly, so I won't be surprised, man. Scottie Pippen going through a lot, man. He mad because he don't want people to be looking at him like people looking at him because of how he was acting in The Last Dance. So, man, Scottie Pippen need to get out his feelings. Stop being so emotional and sensitive. I still love Scottie Pippen, but he got to stay. All the attention he's been getting lately has been for all the wrong reasons. Like I say, he's continued to make weird comments about people. Him and BJ Armstrong actually. I think BJ Armstrong tried to make up with him because apparently they didn't get along from back in the day. So finally, BJ Armstrong tried to be the bigger man and stepped to Scottie Pippen about hashing things out and being friends finally. And Scottie Pippen wouldn't even do it. He didn't even want to do it. So I don't know. Scottie Pippen is feeling some way. His ex-wife is dating young guys. Jordan's making him look like a kid in The Last Dance. So Scottie Pippen is feeling really emotional right now. Somebody need to give Scottie Pippen a hug, man. I would give him a hug if I could, but I can't. I don't know. I think Scottie's staying in Miami right now. But we don't know. This could be a publicity stunt for the book that Scottie Pippen just wrote. What is it called? Unguarded. So we don't know, like I say, but I never agree with people trying to get publicity for negativity, or doing negativity to get publicity. So I mean, whatever's going on with Scottie, like I say, Scottie and his feelings. Y'all give Scottie his space. We'll go ahead and take a little break, man. I appreciate everybody that's been chiming in, tuning in. I can see you peeping in on the YouTube page. Thank you for chiming in. Hey, man, it's January the 4th, man. It's the first show of the season. I'm excited. It's Fatpacks Lounge. I'm your host, FatPack. We're going to take a break, man, and I'll be back in like a minute or so, man. So y'all sit tight. Here we go. Welcome back. Welcome back to Fatpacks Lounge. It's your boy, Mr. Fatpack, coming to you live from the ATL. Hey man, once again, thanks for tuning in. First show of the season, season 1, episode 1. I'm excited. I'm happy that you all here. I hope y'all like the new setup. I said I was gonna retire my Dolphins background, but I lied. Don't be mad at me. But yeah, I hope y'all like the new setup. Sitting behind the bar, like I say, whenever you watch Fatpacks Lounge, man, you got to pour you a drink, man. Sit down and just tune in, man, and enjoy the show, man. Like I say, I hope I'll give y'all some good content. Put a lot of work into the show, man. It took me a while to figure out what I was going to wear tonight. You know, that'd be the hardest part, getting my hair good. But hey, man, I'm here. Like I say, don't forget, check out the YouTube page. Check out the Fatpacks Lounge on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Like I say, we also got the link tree. You can click on the link tree. The link tree is linked to every outlet, Fatpack Entertainment. So feel free to check all that stuff out, man. And like I said, also, man, I'm trying to change the night of the show. Tuesday is a weird night for me. Like I say, my former co-host of my other show wanted to do Tuesdays. So to be consistent, I just went on and went with the Tuesdays for now. But I do want to switch the night up. So if anybody, like I said, is a link on all of the pages. Just click on the link. It's a poll. You can chime in on which day you think would be best. And like I say, I'm just giving everybody an opportunity to be a part of the show. Trying to figure out what night is the best night where I don't have to compete with a lot of stuff. So, you know, to make it easier for myself, like I don't want to be going in the middle of Monday Night Football. So Monday nights is going to be out of it, even though Monday Night Football is about to be over with. But you get what I'm saying. So if you do take a second, man, check in on the poll, man. Help me out. I'm trying to figure out a new night for the show. Like I said, I hope you like the new setup. Sitting at the bar. Check me out. You know what I'm saying? Still got Ricky Williams. I was mad because Ricky Williams is missing on this picture, man. So I had to figure out a way to get Ricky Williams back in the show. And there you go. So yeah, welcome back, Ricky. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always have Ricky. Let's go, man. Let me run you to the next. Let me run on to the next show. To the next. I'm sorry, story. I'm tripping. Yeah. I should have been fucking with this music shit, man. Shit, rough out here. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's your boy FatPack coming to you live from the ATL. Fellas. So last week I reported about Candace Parker having a girlfriend, and fellas, we was down one last week, man. And this week I think we up though, man. I'm not trying to celebrate nobody being divorced, but I think we got Megan Good back, man. That's big. Megan Good announced on social media in December her decision to split from her husband, the minister, the pastor, Devon Franklin, after 9 years, citing irreconcilable. Oh God, I spelled that wrong. That's why I can't announce it right now. Differences. I typed my paperwork up. Y'all don't judge me. Irreconcilable differences. Whatever. That's embarrassing. Devon says he's fully in pain and peace after the split. That's a hell of a combination, man. How you be in pain and reconcilable? Thank you. How you be in pain and peace at the same time? This man lying, man. This man was on Instagram crying and playing slow music. But he's the one that filed for the divorce, as far as I understand. They was together for 9 years. You know, I hate when people if you breaking up with somebody, apparently, like if you filing for a divorce, apparently it's some issues that's going on. So I hate when people try to be all sweet about it. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna be all right. Like, I'm not even that. I don't want you to be mad or angry, but I don't know. They posted they posted the picture on Instagram, I believe it was, and the caption said, "We celebrate almost a decade of marriage together and a love that is eternal. There's no one at fault. We believe this is the next best chapter in the evolution of our love. We are incredibly grateful for the life-changing years we spent together as husband and wife. We are also extremely thankful to God for the testimony being created inside us both and for blessing our lives with each other." What? Listen, like I say, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, if that's how y'all feel about each other, why y'all breaking up? Why y'all splitting up? Um, but yeah, so fellas, we up one, man. I mean, we lost Candace Parker last week on last week's show, but this week we get Megan Good back. That white dress looking good up there in that corner. But Megan Good and them friends saying that they're not surprised about this. They saying that they close source to the couple said that the split was a long time coming due to their work schedules keeping them far apart. And then also they say that their bond that they had for each other had weakened since the pandemic, which is weird because you figure you get closer with people during the pandemic, but it made them realize how much they couldn't stand each other. The pandemic is teaching people about themselves. Not only is it teaching you about yourself, it's teaching you about the person you with. And I'm sure the pandemic is responsible for a lot of breakups because it forced people to be able to have to sit around with each other. And I don't know if people enjoy, being around each other. So the pandemic has probably caused a lot of breakups, but how do your bond, they sit up here and they complaining about saying that they don't have enough time together with each other. But then when they do have time together because of the pandemic, the bond weakened. So what was this relationship built on in the first place? And then he the one who decided to file for the divorce. So was he tired of people in the church community harassing him about his wife? Maybe. Either way, and then like I say, he's sitting up here talking about he's fully in pain and peace after his split. If I'm in pain, I ain't in peace. I'm just saying. That's just me. But, like I say, people cope different. People try to, deal with situations different. So he say he's in pain and he's at peace. I'm going to let him have it.
Here we go.
Yeah. I should have been fucking with this music shit. Shit, rough out here. It's FatPack. Welcome back. Let's see what we got up next. Up next, we're gonna talk about Nene Leakes. I reported 2 weeks ago about Nene Leakes having a new boyfriend. This guy name is Nyan Nicella Seal. Nyan Nicella Seal. This is Nene's new boyfriend. And apparently Nene's new boyfriend is married. It's already crazy because Nene, Greg just died like 3 months ago, less than 3 months ago. And like I say, everybody heals different. We don't know what the situation was. Greg could have knew about this. I'm not saying he did, but he could have knew about this. He could have, he could have gave his graces or whatever. So either way, Nene has a new boyfriend, Mr. CO. And it's reported that he just got our relationship last year and he allegedly parted ways with his wife. But I guess he's not legally divorced. So right now they're just separated. But, of course, it caused the internet to go wild because, Nene was on Housewives of Atlanta. And, it was situations on there where women was dealing with married men, and she was the first one to say keep your legs closed to married men. So of course the internet went wild on Nene, keep your legs closed to married men. And then also somebody was on the post that Nene had because Nene posted these pictures of her and her new boyfriend at her birthday party that her son threw for her here in Atlanta. And somebody went under the picture and was like, I wonder what his wife thinks. So people, hey, this is my messy story of the day. Dude just, he probably separated and just ain't legally divorced. Give Nene a break. It's already bad enough that, Greg ain't been gone that long. And so she's facing slack for that. And now everybody knows that this guy is supposedly married. So poor Nene. I wish her the best. I hope her and this guy figure out the situation. Because right now it's not a good look. So if he ain't with the lady, he need to go ahead and handle his business. Supposedly this guy's a designer. I don't know much about him. I never heard about him. But this is her new boo, and supposedly he's married. So take care of that paperwork, buddy.
Here we go.
Yeah. I should have been fucking with this music shit, man. Shit, rough out here. It's FatPack. Man, welcome back. Man, some people just can't stay out the news, man, and it's always for the wrong reason. Kodak Black was arrested on New Year's Day for trespassing in South Florida, in Pompano. Broward County Broward Sheriff Department picked him up, took him into jail. He was able to bond out and was released. He was just released by Trump not too long ago. Trump let him out, cut his sentence halfway short for falsifying paperwork to be able to buy a gun. But he was lucky enough to be able to get out early behind that. He had a situation in South Carolina with a young girl where he got in trouble with. I remember that, and I think he ended up paying, but they say he pleaded to a lesser charge or something like that and was able to get out of that situation. But I think it was like something where it was rape with a young girl. But I ain't trying to talk bad about nobody. But yeah, Kodak Black can't stay out of the news. He was arrested for trespassing. I'm wondering how do you get a trespassing charge if you Kodak Black? Like, how does that happen? Like, who was he going to see? It had to be a baby mama, right? It had to be a baby mama, right? But anyway, the weird part about this story that Kodak Black also issued a versus challenge to Mr. Jigga Man himself, who Jay, I don't know. Jay kind of pissed me off, man. I love Jay-Z. I'm a big time fan. I listen to a lot of his music. But I don't know. Jay-Z try to act like he's above everybody else in the game. To me, Jay-Z is not rich. To me, my opinion, Jay-Z is not rich because of his music. Like, he made some money in the music game, but I feel like he just made some smart investments, and that kind of made him. He was maybe the first person to start investing outside of music, and I feel like that's why Jay-Z is at the stature that he is not because of his music. And I also feel like if Biggie and Tupac was alive, Jay-Z would have never made it as big as he was. My whole thing about this story is the fact that he came out recently and saying that he don't think nobody can sit next to him on a versus battle. And I disagree with that, man. I can think of at least 5 people that I feel like can battle Jay-Z and probably will win. I got 5 people that can beat Jay-Z. My first person is Nas. How dare you disrespect Nas like that? See, back when Jay-Z and Nas was beefing, it was people in Miami that wasn't even listening to Nas. Like, we wasn't listening to New York rappers. But when he dropped that Ether, man, dudes in Miami was buying that Nas CD. So, do I think, Jay-Z, I think Nas can knock Jay-Z out. You know what I'm saying? Another person, Kendrick Lamar. Out of everybody that's on this list, I'm going to show y'all, Kendrick Lamar is probably the one that I knew the least about as far as music. I know a few of his songs, but, for the most part, I don't know much about Kendrick Lamar, but I know he's a pretty decent artist. I know he got some good songs, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Kendrick Lamar could take on Jay-Z in a versus battle. The next person, and probably the first person I really thought that could beat him, was Drake. I don't really like Drake like that. But if they went head to head in a versus battle, I think Drake can match with Jigga Man. And then let's just say you want to do it for fun. Like, okay, he don't want to battle nobody else. Then why we just can't set him up with Kanye? Let him and Kanye do a versus. I mean, I think that'll be a good one. Do I think Kanye can beat him? I don't know. I think Drake could beat him. But I don't know if Kanye can beat him. But I feel like it'll be a good battle. And like at the end of the day, if he lose, he can't feel too bad because he lost to his boy Kanye. See, and in reality, I think that's what it is. Jay-Z don't want to take a chance at losing because if he lose, he's supposed to be Jay-Z. Like, how can he lose? So he doesn't want to lose, and I don't think he want to take that chance. So at the end of the day, I really think that's what it all boils down to. And the biggest person who would kill Jay-Z in a versus battle, no questions asked, man. This man is like one of the best rappers ever, and I wasn't much of a Lil Wayne fan growing up, but the older I got and the more I listened to Lil Wayne, like, this man got some lines for you. Like, I don't know too many rappers that spit like Lil Wayne do. Like, I like Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? And I also like J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? But battling Jay-Z, like, I don't even know if it'll be a competition with Wayne because Wayne's so different than Jay-Z. That's why first person I said really to beat him would be Nas. But then Drake, they kind of similar, I guess. Like, they got songs where they can battle back and forth. But Lil Wayne, I feel like is on a whole nother level, man. Like, after Biggie and Pac, you probably got, to me, is Wayne. I don't know who after that, but I don't see I feel like Jay-Z don't want to battle Lil Wayne because he knows it's gonna be ugly, man. Like, Lil Wayne is the man. Like, you gotta give that man his credit. I'm gonna take a break, man, and I'm gonna come back, man. I'm gonna end the show with sports. And yeah, we'll go from there, man. Y'all sit tight, man. I'll be right back.
Here we go.
Welcome back to Fatpacks Lounge. This is your boy, Mr. Fatpack, coming to you live from the ATL. Welcome back. Let's get right into this, man. So, yeah. I should have been fucking with this music shit, man. Shit, rough out here. It's FatPack. So, first thing I want to talk about, man, is college football and how stuff is changing with college football. It's becoming more of a business. This transfer portal, I feel like it's some crap. I'm not a big fan. I'm like college football is becoming too much of a business. At the end of the day, I thought that we were sending kids to college to be able to get their education. All these kids aren't going to make it to the NFL. So if they're, I guess I'm talking more of basketball in this case because, like I say, a lot of these kids aren't even going to school and doing the freshman year no more. Like they're deciding to go across seas, play a year in the professional league, and then they're going to the NBA from there. I feel like it's messing up the game, man. College basketball ain't the same no more. I don't watch college basketball like I used to. Not even when the tournament in March Madness, it's just not the same no more. A lot of these players you don't know about. I feel like they need to go back to when college players had to at least do 2 years, and I would say 3. Let them do 3 years, man. At the end of the day, it's helping them develop. These kids are going to school with, intentions of not even staying and going and wasting time, like not even going to classes. I mean, it's a waste of time, but I feel like, at the end of the day, we need to push the education. We got kids who you can sign here today. And back in the day when I grew up, if you signed somewhere, you was committed to that. You had to do those 4 years. And if you didn't want to do those 4 years there, you can either go somewhere and sit out a year, or you can transfer down to a smaller school and, play there right away. But now with the way that college is set up, it's so easy for you to be able to leave and you don't have to sit out no more. Like, I don't think it's fair because at the end, eventually somebody's going to recruit everybody and like it's going to be set up where everybody leave a school and go to one school. Everybody leave different schools and go to one school. And it's going to be a disadvantage and it's not going to look good. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of the college transfer portal. I'm not a fan of kids having to do 1 year and then leaving for basketball. I think they need to change that situation. But who am I to say? Hey, man, we got the big game coming up. Georgia and Bama coming up this week. Everybody know I'm a big time Bama fan. I like Saban because he was a Dolphin coach, so I always go with my coaches, my former coaches, aka Dan Campbell up there in Detroit. But I don't know, man. I feel like Georgia gonna beat them this. I think Georgia playing better right now. I'm going on record and saying I think Georgia's playing better right now than Bama, and I think Georgia is going to pull this game off. Either way, for me, it doesn't matter because I'm a Bama fan if they win, and that's who I want to win. But me being a Bama fan and trying to be a realistic person, I think Georgia gonna take this game. But either way, I just want to see a good game. So, and hopefully that's what we get. Let's get into this NFL, man, real quick, man. Let's talk about the NFL. So a lot of stuff came to light this week with the NFL, and we kind of figuring out who's going to be in the playoffs, who's going to be where. Wasn't too many upsets this weekend, but the playoffs we got 1 week before the playoffs, man, and it's getting exciting, man. It's getting exciting. The Bears beat the Giants, which was kind of like the who cares game. I can't even tell you much about the game. Who cares, right? The Patriots beat the crap out of the Jaguars. Matt Jones had a big game. But who cares about that game? Neither we expected the Patriots to beat them. The Rams beat the Ravens 20-19. I said it before. Huntley from Baltimore is going to get paid somewhere. This year he has been sitting in for Lamar Jackson, and he's been doing pretty decent, man. So I think at the end of the day, he get more reps, man. He'll be better. So this might be a good little audition for him for next year. The Buccaneers beat the Jets. We'll talk about that in a second. The Bills beat the Falcons. We expected that. Josh Allen looked pretty decent. He threw a couple of picks in that game, probably like 3 picks. But the Bills was able to pull that game out. Hey, the best game to me of the week was the Bengals and the Chiefs. Jamar Chase and Burrow went off, man. Like, oh my God. But the Chiefs was able to lose that game and lose first place, who belongs to the Titans now, who that obliterated my Dolphins this weekend, 34-3. The Raiders beat the Colts, making the AFC playoffs a little more difficult. The Eagles beat Washington. Jalen Hurts almost got hurt at the end of that game, walking out to the tunnel. Fans had collapsed. Railing had collapsed, and the fans fell. Almost ran into Jalen Phillips, but luckily nothing happened with him. The Chargers beat the Broncos, which was kind of expected. Chargers are fighting for a playoff spot also. The 49ers beat the Texans, which was kind of expected too. The Seahawks beat the Lions. We expected that. The Cowboys and the Cardinals was a good game this weekend. The Cardinals was able to pull that game out. Dak Prescott was looking inconsistent as he has been all year. Well, I ain't going to say Dak Prescott, but the Dallas Cowboys offense has been inconsistent. They've been up and down this year, so you never know what you're going to get out of the Cowboys. And if the playoffs started today, the Cardinals and the Cowboys will be playing again today. So keep your eye on that, how this last week play out, because I don't think the Cowboys want to see the Cardinals again, because I think the Cardinals are only going to get better. The Saints beat the Panthers. Who really cared about that game? Taysom Hill came back for the Panthers. I'm sorry, for the Saints. The Packers beat the Vikings. We expected that. The Vikings didn't have a quarterback due to COVID. And Big Ben had his final home game in Pittsburgh. They beat the Browns 26-14. Big Ben is probably going to be his last game in Pittsburgh. But yeah, so shout out to Big Ben, man. We wish you the best. Everybody seen, speaking of this week, man, our boy had a little weird week, man. What's going on with Antonio Brown, man? There's been a lot of reports about what people think could be the situation. Supposedly he was hurt and he didn't want to go back in the game, but they were trying to force him back in. And, when he said he wasn't going to go back in, they told him to go back into the locker room or whatever. And it led to Antonio Brown stripping on the sideline and cutting up this weekend. And either way, like initially I thought he was going through, it was a mental situation where he's having some issues. But I don't know. There's other stories coming out about money situation and the injury with the ankle. So either way, I think he humbled himself at one point when he was walking off with his hand on his face right there, like, oh my God, I can't believe I just did this. But if I did, I need to go out with a bang. So on his way out, though, he did show a little bit of love, man. I appreciate that, man. He showed a little bit of love, man. But yeah, man, whatever the situation is with Antonio Brown, supposedly right after the game, Coach Arians said that he was done with the Buccaneers, that he was no longer a Buck. And today they were supposed to cut him, but they didn't. So supposedly right now he's just suspended. So the Antonio Brown saga is to be continued right now, man. So we'll see what the final situation is with that. Hopefully they're able to solve the situation. Like Antonio Brown, man, I feel like this was his last draw. So if he can't fix this with Tampa Bay, man, I don't think Antonio Brown will ever be able to come back in the NFL, just because they will blackball players, not because he's not talented enough, but when the NFL don't want you, they get rid of you, man. They'll bury you, man. You've seen it done plenty of times before in the past. So hopefully he get another chance, man. But I mean, I ain't saying, I don't know how to say it. Like, I mean, hopefully he get another chance, but when you do stuff like this, the NFL remembers that shit, and they they hold that against you, and they're gonna hold it against him, man. It's gonna be hard for him to resurface with another team if he don't figure this out with the Bucks. And even after the situation, Tom Brady was still vouching for Antonio Brown. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. Like I say, when you have Tom Brady in your corner, man, that's a lot. And for him to walk off like that, I felt bad for Brady because Brady been vouching for him the whole time. So we'll see what this situation end up, man. Like I say, I wish the best for Antonio Brown. I cracked a couple of jokes on him this weekend when I saw that. Like I say, even with the promo, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just if it was something else other than mental, I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying? Like he clowned on them boys, being a super gremlin or whatever, however he call it. But yeah, hopefully he able to resolve this situation. And he was spotted at the New Jersey game, the Brooklyn game last night or the night before. So apparently he stayed in New York and went to the game the next night. But man, yeah, I wish Antonio Brown the best, man. Listen, man, let me get this out of here, man. Listen, man, I'm excited, man. Listen, it's the first show of 2022, Fatpacks Lounge. Listen, man, I got a lot more stuff coming towards you. Got a lot more things I'm working on for you guys. It's always a pleasure. You already know what time it is, man. Listen, man, y'all go by the YouTube page. Y'all go by the Instagram page. Y'all go by the Facebook page, Twitter page, all that. If you want to email me, you can hit me up, fatpackslounge@gmail. I'm out here, man. Y'all go ahead and y'all subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, man. I need all my followers to come on and help me out, help me reach these numbers that I'm trying to get up to. So I guess I will be back again next Tuesday for show 2. Like I say, if you can take a second, go by the Fatpacks Lounge page on Facebook and chime in on the night change. Like I say, I want to change the night for the show. So if you can take a second, go by the Fatpacks Lounge page on Facebook and do the vote. It's sitting on the top of the page for you guys. It's easy. Just 2 clicks. Same thing with the YouTube. If you can go by the YouTube page, click on the YouTube page, click on the subscribe real quick. I would appreciate it. I have doubled my subscribers since the last time I spoke to you guys. I have been doing a lot of promotions for the Fatpacks Lounge page, and hopefully those numbers will continue to grow. At this moment, it's all about trying to get the numbers up, and that's what I'm working on. So y'all guys can help me out with that. Like I say, go by the pages, subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff, man. I appreciate it. I would appreciate it. And you'll never forget the people that when you was grinding, who you started out with, man. So all my people that's been here, I appreciate you. Matter of fact, let me see. I want to send a couple of shout outs. I always try to do my shout outs, man. People that's reached out. Shout out to my boy Chase. Shout out to my boy T. That's my quarterback. Shout out to my boy Sam Steele versus. Shout out to Ace Boogie. Shout out to my boy Marlon Lloyd. Shout out to Denarius. Shout out to Phil Robb. Shout out to Tori Moore. Shout out to, let's see who else we got. Shout out to Miss Crawford. Shout out to Steve Zavain. Shout out to David Backus. Who else? Shout out to Chopper Jones, my dog, always. And shout out to Big Dave, man. I'm trying to think. Shout out to Big Lou, man. Shout out to my cuz Lynch. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my moms, man. My moms is always, if I see one person watching, I can always guarantee that that's my moms. My moms don't miss a show, so shout out to everybody that's been loyal, that's been supportive. Shout out to my girl. She always got my back. I always say that. She always chiming in. She always watching too. So, matter of fact, them 2 eyes that I see that's always watching, it's always going to be them 2. Shout out to my sister. Shout out to my brother, China. Shout out to Rich Simon. Shout out to everybody, man. Just stay tuned. Still a lot of stuff I got planned coming for y'all. The season show is just starting, man. Like I say, this episode 1. Stop by the YouTube page, check it out, like, comment, share. Most definitely comment, man. I still want to know who watching. But anyway, without further ado, man, it's been fun. It's the first show of the season. It's hot in here today. It's cold outside, but I actually got it warm in the studio today. But it's extra hot. So I appreciate y'all tuning in today. It is January the 4th, 2022, first show of the season. Y'all be safe, and until next time, which is next Tuesday, y'all be good, y'all be safe, and I'll see y'all next Tuesday. I'm out.
There we go.